at the site in Kingston where the Sophia sisters were murdered by their own family to pay our respects. I'm going to name what my sisters and I are standing against today. Evil. We are against evil and the Islamic extremism that ended the lives of the beautiful Sophia sisters. The subjugation of women, honor killings, FGM, domestic violence, child marriage, sexual assault, and rape. Evil. We must work to rid the world of this, but let's start with Canada. In order to help others, we must first help ourselves and be in a position of strength. We want a strong and safe Canada. We need to rid our Parliament of weak, spineless, and corrupt politicians who are showing their blatant discrimination against women by not protecting us from violence and misogyny. Who wants a strong Canada?
We do!
Let us right here.
Free us, free us.
Our politicians allow the hate to continue and do not have a concrete and effective plan in place to change the situation. Numerous imams in Canada still spew their hate and sexism against women and girls, and nothing is done.
Yeah, right.
We need new blood in Parliament,
Yes.
and better men and women who have a spine, a heart, half a brain, and some logic. A migrant, Mohammed Rafia, recently beat his wife with a hockey stick for half an hour and threatened to kill her. And then he claimed that he didn't know that it was against the law in Canada. I think that you, Mohammed Rafia, are a liar and a criminal.
Yeah.
And you should be immediately deported.
Yes. Yes.
Without your family for your violent and brutal crime. You do not deserve to have a family, let alone a wife. Your conduct is evil, and the politicians who overlook the extent of your despicable behavior are as bad as you are. This conduct is the opposite of the Canadian way. There is no room in our country for migrants who commit violent crimes against their family members or other Canadians, nor do Canadians want them to remain here. This man will come out of jail and possibly murder his wife, or if she leaves him, he will marry someone else, and the cycle of violence will continue. The Trudeau Liberals should be held accountable.
Yes. Transparency, accountability.
Yep.
I am asking again today for the Citizenship Act to be revised again so that all migrants who commit violent crimes can be removed from Canada immediately,
Yes.
following any sentence.
Remove them, deport.
That's right.
As a civilized country and a leader in human rights, we need to set a precedent for lawful behavior. We must do more than frown at violence against women in order to change this destructive path. We must show the world that Canada is a country that will not condone violent crimes against women or anyone.
Yes.
That's right.
Strong and free.
You got it.
We need a study on women and girls in Canada to determine where we stand on all of these destructive issues. How many more honor killings and cases of brutal domestic violence do we have to endure as a country? How many more death sites of beautiful and promising young Canadian girls do the suffragettes have to visit? We want a transparent study and a plan of action for positive change.
Yes.
We also want full descriptions in the news of any violent suspect, along with police sketches, for the protection of our citizens.
Yeah, not like he's just wearing a black shirt or something. We want the whole full description. We want to be on the lookout.
Yeah, no
Yes.
That's right. We want to see what we're dealing with, right?
Put predators away, right, before others are harmed.
Transparency is a must, and the lack of transparency shows that something is very wrong in Canada right now.
Yeah.
We also need to be able to go online and see which neighborhoods, parks, nightclubs, schools, malls, and don't forget the swimming pools are female friendly and which are not. At this point in time, we should have this information at our fingertips.
Yeah, like in the States, they have like crime. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
it's all mapped out. Exactly what's happened. You can study your neighborhood.
They are
Where you
ahead.
want to visit. You know exactly if it's a safe or an unsafe area.
We need to talk to them.
It's called a crime map.
Yeah, crime map. Absolutely. We want a crime
A crime map and vivid statistics and facts. I'm going to do a little demonstration to prove a point.
Set the captives free.
This red ribbon that has been wound around our patriots is symbolic of all the suffering of women in Canada due to misogyny and violence. This encompasses all women, including migrants who endure domestic violence and threats of death, and women and girls who have been born in Canada and who will now be subjected to sexist and oppressive ideologies and violence due to Islamic extremism. Now note that our politicians, here, my volunteer politician, and here we have Batman politicians just filling in, because they're not politicians, they're patriots.
And victims
They're
of
just helping me out today.
and also and to the Batcave.
Since we're all women, I guess I'll
I'm a liberal.
sympathize.
Vote for me. I'm a liberal.
Jewish.
I'm gonna make Canada the best.
My name's Trudeau, and I want to take your freedoms, and I want to impose bathrooms for everyone, and I want
To hell with the
and
flag.
I want to impose Muslims first, Canadians second, Islam first.
Now stick out your tongue.
No, I don't know.
Show us your socks. Show us your socks.
Okay, now note this is very significant. The politicians are hanging on to the ribbon
Right.
of oppression and violence. It's blood red. And look over here. He's doing the same. This is where it starts, and this, my fellow Canadians, is where it must end.
Right.
Now, I'm going to take my scissors and start snipping out the violence and the hate. Oh, over here, we have an imam who's promoting spousal abuse. That is so bad. Pedophilia? Oh, no, not in Canada.
Right, yes.
That's against the law in
That's
Canada.
right.
We love our children. We don't want anything like
Tell
that.
them, sisters.
Oh, and what about the 18 terrorist plot that we had?
Uh-huh.
My, that needs to be removed, doesn't it? Should that
Yes.
remain in our country so that more people will be killed? When these people come out of prison, so that's 18 cuts. I have to cut and cut and cut. There's just so much that needs to go
There's a
right
lot of
now.
work, isn't there? Yeah.
Oh, now look. Look at what happened. The connective bond of discrimination and violence is broken. And now it's in pieces at our feet
To be stomped.
where it belongs. Stomp on
Yes.
that ribbon. Stomp on it.
No more bondage. Set the
No.
captives free. The Jewish people have incurred the most crimes.
No more
My sisters are free and their chains,
Never
their
again.
chains are gone. We can weaken the discrimination and violence against women by performing necessary surgery and removing obvious problems from our country by deporting them. It is possible in Canada, and we have to remember this, Canadians. With the right leaders in place, this is possible.
Jews have
Don't you think so?
Jews have the highest.
Absolutely, yes.
Jews have the highest hate
We
crimes in
need
Canada. not
benevolent
Muslims.
leadership. We need politicians who care about the people
Back
and
it up.
follow the will of the
Yeah.
people.
Backbone would be nice.
Yeah.
Not traitors.
Okay, now I'm going to place, I definitely will clean up this site, but I'm going to place the guilty pieces in this envelope, right? I'm going to place them in this envelope and send them back to the country of origin. Bye-bye.
Right.
Oh, look at this. Oh,
Take-
look at this. Our
Take your chains
politicians are still hanging on
I'll never give up.
to the ribbon
M103 for
of
life.
oppression.
Right.
Maybe it works for them. Maybe it's some sort of a political tool. Perhaps they hate their mummies, or maybe they are just women haters, or maybe they're just control freaks, but they're up to no good. And they're in control of the situation, and we're paying them for it. They have blood on their hands.
Yes.
Time to say bye-bye to the bad politicians. But he's
Adios.
a nice demonstrator. He's
Let
not
us come
really a
back.
bad guy, okay? I have to say. Nice guy. Justin Trudeau, we will replace you and your party members in time. Please do not reapply for a position in Canadian politics. We don't want to hear a Canadian is a Canadian is a Canadian.
No, a terrorist
Ever
is a terrorist.
again. We realize that a criminal is a criminal is a criminal, and dangerous is dangerous is dangerous. And we don't believe that a leopard can change its spots. So enough with the nonsense already and the idiotic phrases, Justin Trudeau. And that goes for all of the other members of Parliament who support your warped perspective and dangerous, cloudy ways.